Hey guys, it's Charlie, and today I'm going to do a video on Korea. I am still going to be making videos about Korea, answering your questions, talking about my experiences and things like that, even though I am in Mexico right now. I get a lot of questions about Korea, and I am very happy to answer your questions. I have a lot of thoughts and a lot of opinions on traveling and teaching in Korea. I do get to your questions kind of slowly because there's a lot of videos that I love to make and stuff. But whenever you send me a question, I'm not going to say your username. But if you want to comment below saying that it's me, I asked the question, and people can go check out your channel or whatever, you can give yourself a shout out. But today's question is, I'm thinking about becoming a teacher by September, but my parents just want me to get a lot of information. My mom was talking to people about what I'm doing, and they're saying that they're making young women sex slaves, and I'm like, I've seen people on YouTube go over there and they don't have any problems with people like that. So do you have any input on that and or any advice on how to deal with weird people? So most of you know who have watched my videos. Also, sorry if you get a weird angle because I'm so bad at angling this new camera. I have had a really good experience in Korea. Most of you know that. I loved Korea. I was in Korea for a year and a half. I only had one really negative, I guess you could say, experience with my principal, which was my second principal. And any like weird things that happened were kind of rare. I have a video about being in Itaewon, which is probably the least safest place in Korea. I'll link that in the description box and in the video. But yeah, I was in Itaewon one day and I had this really creepy guy. He was actually, he was not Korean. He was African. I don't know exactly where he was from, but he was trying to follow me, and to you guys can watch the video. That was a really weird experience. Another thing was this guy that I had went out on a date with, who at first I didn't think it was a date. I thought it was just a mutual friend thing. You guys saw a video on that because I had mutual friends with him, and I didn't think anything of it, but then like it turned into a date. And then it was kind of exciting at first because I was like, oh cool, he's into me. But then it turned into a stalkerish thing, and people were probably like, why is she crying in this video? It's not a big deal what he did. But it actually was bigger than what it seemed, because I didn't go into that he kind of like stalked me. And so that's why I was crying, and yeah. But overall, my experience in South Korea was really good experience. I would say that it's the safest place like I could imagine. Like, I've never been to any place that has been safer. I felt like I could walk around alone by myself without feeling like I have to like guard my purse, without having to like carry pepper spray. Here in Mexico I have pepper spray and it's pink. But yeah, like I didn't experience anything crazy. There was a time where I was walking, and I also have a video on this. I have a video on like everything. I'll link this video also in the description box. I have a video on this man who grabbed me when I was walking. He grabbed my arm, and I've experienced really weird things in Korea. It's not like the typical, I'm gonna kidnap you and make you my sex slave kind of thing. It's more of like, I've experienced on the street guys with mental illnesses or drunk people who, there was this one man that Yasmin and I have experienced multiple times. She was really freaked out about it because there was this man who would be drunk throughout the day, like during the day. And when she would go to the bus stop, she would see him. He would make a big scene and try and talk to her. And some people sometimes would like stand around her and like protect her, but there were times where she felt like no one would like yell at the man for her, help her out. But for me, my experience has been really good. I had the man, he grabbed me, and this man in the pharmacy ran out and he grabbed him and like yelled at him. And you know, I think overall though, Korea has been the safest place. I was never afraid of my purse being stolen, of being kidnapped, of getting in a bad taxi, of anything like that. And I feel like if you're gonna go to Korea, you're probably gonna have a really good experience in terms of safety. And tell your mom, don't worry so much, because probably, you know, you're probably already in a really unsafe place, because I tend to figure that my hometown is really unsafe, you know. So things that you can do to protect yourself is always to don't wear things that are so out there in terms of extravagance. Like, for example, here in Mexico, I'm not gonna carry my Louis Vuitton purse. I didn't even bring it with me. I bought a camera especially for filming here in Mexico. In Korea, I didn't have to worry about carrying around my huge white expensive camera. But, you know, in terms of safety, don't carry around things that are super expensive, and just leave them around. Actually, another thing that I want to mention that I'm going to make a separate video on is I felt safe with my items. Like, here in Mexico, like, you do have to watch your things. In Korea though, I would go to coffee shops and I would go to the restroom and leave my laptop there. Like, you don't have to worry. And I know a lot of people are like, no, don't even do that. But no, like, if you've ever been to Korea, you'll know. And actually, Expat Kerri made a video on this. You can pretty much leave your things and you don't have to really worry about someone taking them. And that was like the comfort of Korea, and that's what I really enjoyed about Korea, was kind of the security and knowing that like people are pretty trustworthy. And so what is kind of scary though is that there's becoming more tourism, and I think that I'm afraid that more people are gonna be affected by the tourist mindset and things. I don't know how to word this correctly, but you know, with more tourism and more foreigners, there's going to be more crime. For example, in Itaewon, that's the most unsafe place, I would say, in Korea, and that's where I feel least safe. Places like that where there's a lot of tourists, a lot of foreigners, all in one spot, it gets kind of hectic. But overall, Korea is a very safe place. Just take precaution, don't carry around super expensive things. Actually, in Korea, I didn't have to worry about the expensiveness of things, like my camera, my purse. In terms of taxis, one thing was, I was always curious if some taxi drivers were drunk. I questioned this a few times, actually, and I don't know how you would go about that, but for me, a big thing has been to listen to my intuition and that voice in your head that says something's not right, which has gotten me out of a lot of good unhealthy situations. If something ever feels like something isn't right, always go with that thought. Even if you're wrong, at least you're wrong and you did something about it, instead of being right and not doing something about it. Always listen to that voice in your head telling you that something's not right. Make friends in Korea, make Korean friends and people that you feel like you can trust, because you're going to be able to depend on them a lot for advice on places to go and stuff like that. And what else? Yeah, I guess pretty much in a nutshell, Korea is a very safe place. I don't think I have anything else to say. I did encounter a few weird things, like people on the street trying to grab and kiss me, but those were really like the mentally, like, I would say disabled, I guess, people or drunk people, and it wasn't really super unsafe because there were people always around me walking by who could at least be a witness to whatever went on. Most people would try and help me if anything weird happened. Yeah, but overall, I would have to say Korea is like the safest place, and your family members shouldn't worry so much because your hometown is most likely more unsafe than Korea. So I've never actually really heard of any stories about anyone being kidnapped as a sex slave in Korea. Have you guys heard any stories or anything like that? I think one of my subscribers sent me something. I'm gonna try and find it or Google it on a story about something really weird that happened in Korea. If I find it, I will link it in the description box. But do you guys have any stories or anything that you've heard of happening in Korea that's unsafe or weird? Comment them below or do a video response. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this helped, and I will see you guys later. Bye.